cape is here. As you guys can see, I am Superman. Dun 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 dun.
We got a problem, 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 it's probably you, yeah, we got a problem, we got a problem, we got a problem, we got a problem, we got.
Yo, what's poppin' with Cobra Star Green, back with you guys with another video that look, you guys first time finding my channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video, it really does help. But yes, today I'm bringing you guys a highly anticipated review, one of my most anticipated movies of the year, and now I'm talking about dun 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 dun. Yes, I'm talking about Superman. Now I do have this cape on. Why is this cape like this? But I did get this cape. I don't know how long I'm actually gonna wear it because of the fact that, like, yo, this thing is really hurting my neck. I'm not gonna lie, I can barely breathe with this thing on. But for y'all, I'm gonna suffer just a little bit. But yes, today I'll be doing my review for Superman, like I said once before. So, like I said, hit that subscribe button on the video. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's get right into this one, man. For Superman, look, this is not an origin story. I'm gonna get that out the way so fast, y'all. This is not no origin story. He's already a couple of years into it. People already know that he's Superman. People already know who his friends are. People already know who Lex Luthor is, all that stuff. That's already been prematurely set up. So we go into this, or we're thrown into this in the middle of a fight, in the middle of a Superman fight. And I loved it for that, y'all. I am so serious, y'all. When the movie starts, there's a lot of threes when the movie starts. It's like 3 decades, or it was something. But it's like 3 years, 3 days ago, 3 hours ago, stuff like that. That's how it starts. And I absolutely loved it for that, because I'm like, damn, a lot of movies don't really do that. Throw you right into the heap of things. And I'm so glad this movie does it, because, man, there's so many other Superman things out there. Superman, y'all seen Man of Steel. Y'all seen those old Superman movies. So y'all know his origin story. Y'all read the comics. Everybody knows his origin story. I mean, but we're gonna talk about that later. But you know what I'm saying? But everybody pretty much knows the origin story of Superman, right? So I'm so glad, like I said, that they do not spend too much, they do not spend time on that. Now they might do a little something later on in the movie, but it's nothing crazy. This is not no origin story, y'all. Let's get into the story, actually. So everybody loving Superman, but when something happens with Superman, his actions are questioned, giving tech billionaire Lex Luthor the opportunity to get the Man of Steel up out of here. Get Superman up out of here. Lex Luthor wants Superman gone, right? But will they be able to stop Lex Luthor and his grand scheme plan before it's too late? And that's pretty much what the story is, without giving away too much. As y'all guys can see, I wasn't really trying to give away the plot too much, because the trailer doesn't really tell the plot too much. So I didn't really want to give away too much there. But let's go ahead and talk about this movie. I'm gonna tell y'all guys this, and I'm gonna get some of y'all mad off the bat. You know what? I don't even care. So I'm gonna tell y'all something, and y'all might get mad, but I don't even care. Look, when my introduction to Superman was Man of Steel. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This was my introduction to Superman. I had never read a comic. I'd never seen another movie. You know what I'm saying? This was my first time actually seeing Superman. So I'm thinking, oh, this is how Superman's supposed to be written. Like how Zack Snyder wrote him, how Man of Steel wrote him, and how he wasn't Superman of Steel. And then after the fact, I started doing some digging, and I was like, this is not Superman. I don't know who this is. This is not Superman at all. Now, I think Henry Cavill did a great job playing Superman, but I think their writing was a terrible job. And not only did they write a terrible Superman, but off of that, they wrote a terrible Batman. You know what I'm saying? But Superman in this movie, he does stuff that's so un-Superman, right? Like, he gets revenge on people in this movie. He lets people die in front of him in this movie. And I'm like, that is, once I read some things about Superman, I'm like, wait, that's not Superman at all. I don't know what Zack Snyder was doing with this, but this is definitely not Superman. So I was like, damn, I really want to see someone actually get Superman right. And so, as this being my second time I've actually seen a Superman movie, I will just say this. James Gunn, you are amazing, James Gunn. James Gunn's amazing, y'all. Oh my God, everything I was reading about with Superman, right? How his persona, his characteristics, how much of a great human being, yes, I'm saying human being he is, because he definitely has human being characteristics and traits. How much of a great human being he is, it's all displayed in this movie, y'all. Holy crap, man. Let's just break this down. Let's talk about this, man. Look, y'all, let's just break this down, y'all. Man, in this movie, Clark Kent, Superman, whatever, this version don't want nothing to die. A human being, a pet, a goddamn squirrel, whatever you are, he's trying to save you. That is Superman. God damn it. This is it. This is what I've been looking for. This is what I have literally been waiting for. If y'all know Superman, y'all know Superman is one of the most kindest people, the best of humans you could ever be, is this guy right here. And the fact that James Gunn just knows what to do. Yes, it works. Oh, this movie freaking works. I have to give a big kudos to the writing squad with this. Thank y'all for understanding the character of Superman. I haven't seen a better depiction of this than this. You know, and I guess if you read some comics, yeah. But this is Superman, y'all. Not that Zack Snyder stuff. I know there's some Zack Snyder fans out there that just won't let it go. I was too. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw Man of Steel, I loved it, right? But I was tricked. I didn't know. That's what Zack Snyder's good at. He's good at them fighting sequences, right? When Superman or nobody's talking, that's what he's really good at. So he tricked me. But James Gunn, look, he does it all. Whenever he's Superman, you see it. I'm just like, wow, finally. Like, as I was 30 minutes into the movie, as I'm watching it, I'm like, wow, finally they have, at least from my eyes, they have finally written the character right. And not only did they do a really good job of writing Superman, it's shout out to David, man. I think the first time I actually saw this actor David was when he was in Twister. And he did a really good job in Twister too, but that was the first time I think I've ever seen him on screen. So actually seeing his performance here as Superman, at first I thought it wouldn't work. I thought he'd be a little too cheesy and stuff, but man, as the movie goes along, you see like, oh, he was born to play this role. He's born to play Superman. He's born to be Superman. So I'm not gonna lie, David, you won me over, man. You won me over. I loved your performance in this. I loved your emotion in this. Man, you were great. You were great. I absolutely loved you as Superman, man. Not only did they do a really good job with Superman, they also did a great job with one of my favorite actors. I'm not gonna say my favorite actor, but one of my favorite. He's in my top 5 favorite actors right now. And that is Nicholas Hoult, man. Oh man, when I first heard he was playing Lex Luthor, I was like, yes, because yo, he does such a great job playing a villain. If y'all have not seen him in The Menu, please go watch it. He is so good in The Menu. So whenever I heard he was announced to play Lex Luthor in this movie, I was like, oh, I am so down for this. And let me tell you guys, he was better than I thought he was gonna be. Oh my God, yo. I've never seen Lex Luthor, or I've never hated Lex Luthor so much. I think this is probably one of the most hated Lex Luthor adaptations they've probably ever done in live action, ever. I hated him. Right now, the only thing I didn't fully understand is whenever he really explains his motivation and like why he doesn't like Superman and why he's going after Superman, this and that, I think that kind of gets weird. And I don't fully understand his motivations. But Nicholas Hoult playing Lex Luthor, oh my God. Yo, absolutely amazing. I gotta give it, Nicholas Hoult, you amazing. I ain't got no words right now. Nicholas Hoult, you are amazing, man. I'm telling you, like the emotion, there's a monologue with him towards the third act where he just gets to talking. And I was just like, damn, like, I don't understand your pain, but I feel your pain. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, he was so mad. Like, I'm telling you, Nicholas Hoult does a fantastic job. And not only that, I'm getting to one more character. Usually I do my characters first, but my characters first on this one. Another thing is, man, in Man of Steel, bro, freaking Lois Lane was so boring, y'all, in the Zack Snyder ones. I could not stand her as a character. But in this movie, Rachel as Lois Lane works. Her chemistry with Superman works. And actually, another thing that works is that she already knows who Superman is. So they've already got this relationship thing going on, and we just getting thrown into it. So you get to see the dynamic of their relationship go from up to down to up. You know, it's going all over the place. And I'm glad we was actually there for that. Like, I'm glad they ain't had to set that up either. Everything is already set up for you from the get-go, y'all. So I think every actor here did a fantastic job. I will say that. Another thing about this movie feels, looks, delivers like a comic book movie. Yes. Oh my God, I'm sitting there watching it and I'm like, yo, this just looks like this is torn out of a comic book, y'all. Like, if y'all read a comic book, y'all will be like, God damn, wait, what page did they get this one from? Like, what page did they just rip out and just throw on the screen? The look looks like a comic book. Like I said, the feel feels like a comic book. And how everybody's portrayed comic book like. This is a comic book movie. And it works, y'all. God damn it. Cause there's a lot of like superhero movies, stuff like that are directly from comic books, but they don't feel like a comic book or comic book type of movie. This does. I'm telling you guys right now, if you guys were looking forward to a Superman movie and you guys have read all about Superman and you guys know the character Superman, this and that, James Gunn delivers. James Gunn gives you everything you want in a Superman movie. I'm telling you, he even put Krypto in there, as y'all guys can see right there. Let me get on Krypto because I wasn't really gonna talk about Krypto. Now, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I wasn't liking Krypto because I felt like Krypto was just in the way. I'm like, Krypto, you're making things worse. Cause not gonna lie, our boy Superman was getting his ass beat. You know what I'm saying? Early on, Superman is just losing and just losing and just losing. Not even in a fight, but like even politically, he's losing. Like, he's losing everywhere. And you just see Krypto just licking his face, this and that. I'm like, Krypto, you in the way. But as the movie goes along, you guys will learn to love Krypto more and more and more. And James Gunn, I can't thank you enough for putting my boy Krypto in the movie, man. Because, you know, I grew up with dogs, right? So I'm a big dog lover. So to see Krypto actually in the movie and Krypto actually done right, I absolutely loved it. Because James Gunn didn't have to do this. He did not have to do this. But I'm so glad he did do this. And I think this is probably the biggest thing that I'll praise James Gunn and everybody a part of this movie for, is that, look, Superman is one of the strongest comic book characters, whatever, stuff like that ever, right? On those levels. But what they do so well is throughout a lot of the movie, you're feeling hopeless for Superman. You're like, Superman, how are you gonna beat this? How are you gonna beat all of these odds? Not only are you getting your ass whooped while you fighting, but like I said earlier, politically he's losing. And I can't even go too deep into that because I don't want to say nothing about that too much. But there's some stuff that comes out about Superman, right? And maybe his intentions here. And you can see Superman even questioning himself there. Like, what, really? So it's like, yo, how is Superman gonna beat all of this? And like I said, for a character like how strong he is, and to make me watch the movie and actually feel helpless for Superman was like, wow, James Gunn, you did it, bro. Because that's one thing when you watch Superman movies, and I didn't even feel that when I watch Man of Steel. Like, when I'm watching Man of Steel, I'm like, he's gonna get through it, right? He'll be all right. But this one, I was like, he might not get through it. I'm like, this one is tough, y'all. Like his back was against the wall. Like, you see right there, his back is against the wall throughout a lot of this film, y'all. And I just gotta say, you gotta give big kudos to the writing squad. Big kudos to the writing squad for that. It's like, man, Superman is screaming like, help me, please. I've gotta say this earlier, but if you guys are looking forward to him as Clark Kent a lot in the movie, he's not really Clark Kent that much, y'all. He's more Superman than Clark Kent. But we'll probably be getting more Clark Kent maybe down the line. Maybe we'll see. I haven't even talked about the action yet, y'all, man. The action sequences in this movie, oh my God. It really makes you feel Superman's power and even how fast he is. Because a lot of these scenes, if you watch the camera movement's even struggling to keep up with Superman, y'all. Like, Superman's one of the fastest beings, right? And it's like the camera's like, wait. He's like, camera's like, yo, slow down. So like, man, how they filmed these scenes were just incredible. Like the action, they filmed it in a type of way where you see everything. Nothing's dark, y'all. So you can see the punching, the kicking, the flying, all that is perfect the way you see it, y'all. There's so many movies, and there's even great slow-mo right here. Like, I know some people overuse the slow-mo, and I will have to say thank you, James Gunn, for not doing that. God damn it. I've seen so many movies where they overuse slow-mo, and I'm like, nah, y'all just using slow-mo to use slow-mo. Justice League, they overdid it. This one, he uses it in spots he needs to use it at. And that's what I mean by the camera right here. You see how the camera is struggling to keep up with Superman. That's how you supposed to do it, y'all. I can't stand when I'm watching a movie and the Flash is running and we keeping up with his ass. I'm like, wait, what? No, this is how it's done, y'all. This is how you do a Superman movie, y'all. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I know I ain't getting my rating yet. This is my favorite live action Superman version, y'all. And I think, if you're asking me, I think this is the best live action Superman version. And that's if you're asking me. And they even get down to his parents, y'all. There's parts where his parents at Rain, Kansas, if you know the comics, you guys know about this. But he even has to visit them at a certain point in the movie. And he even does them right. Damn, I know I keep going back to Man of Steel, but god damn it, that's how I was started. This is how I started on Superman, y'all. So y'all gotta forgive me. But god damn it, Zack Snyder, god damn it. When you were doing your origin story with these two, god damn it, you had Superman freaking dad being like, boy, maybe you should have beat them people up, this and that. So that's just how I'm thinking Superman's supposed to be. I'm like, damn, I'm like, your parents like that? But when you see his parents in this movie, you're like, no, this is how it's supposed to be done. This is James Gunn, I love you. James Gunn, it's one of my favorite directors for a reason, y'all. James Gunn has never let me down, y'all. With them Guardians of the Galaxies, and now this. Suicide Squad, now Superman. He's done an amazing job. I just feel like he does everything right. And it's because I feel like he's a comic book guy, so he just understands. He just knows the material so well. And you just see it throughout this entirety of the film, man. I absolutely love this movie. Going to see it again. Y'all, I promise you that I don't know when I'm seeing it again. I'm gonna see it again because I know all the screenings around me are freaking sold out. But I absolutely love this film. It was crazy because last night I was actually rewatching the Batman movie, the one with Robert Pattinson, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, which one do I feel like is better? Because I absolutely love both of these movies. And today, I still don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I still know which one I like better because I really love both movies in different ways. Now, I would say the biggest probably criticism I might give this movie, and this is not even like a criticism like that because I don't know how I want to look at it. But I would say the biggest thing is that there's so much going on in this movie. There's some cameos in there that y'all will go crazy for. It's another Justice gang that pops up in the movie too. So I just don't know, like maybe it's overcrowded. But I don't know how y'all guys would feel about that. I just thought maybe it was just somewhat too overcrowded. And that, okay, there's so much to focus on. There's so many different things going on. That's probably my biggest criticism. But man, the shots, oh my God, in this movie. Look, that's from Justice Gang right there that you see in the movie. And they actually spend a pretty good time in the film. They're not a cameo. They're actually in throughout the entirety of the film. But I'll tell you guys, as I get into my ratings, there are some shots here that I just thought were gorgeous. Like this shot right here, Superman, I thought that was freaking gorgeous, y'all. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. There's some political statements in this movie that I thought James Gunn really handled really well. I thought the writing squad handles really well. Because not just we're just in Metropolis. No, it's something else going on across the world. You know, that's actually a really big deal. So I thought everybody handled all that stuff really well. I thought CGI was really good in some areas. The shots were just amazing. And the theme, the dun-da-da-da, dun-da-da-da, bruh, how they played out the theme in this movie. Oh my God, I loved it. Oh my God, I loved it, yo. They didn't even throw it in unnecessary spots. And I think, I didn't even talk about him real quick, but this guy probably will be a crowd pleaser for everybody real quickly, y'all. And I'm talking about Mr. Terrific, y'all. He probably will be a crowd pleaser. I ain't gonna say too much about his character, but if y'all know, y'all know. But I think he'll probably be one of y'all favorite characters in the movie because I absolutely loved him. But look, let me go ahead and get my ring out the way, y'all. Man, this is definitely one of my favorite movies of the year. and it was one of my high anticipated movie of the year. So my bar was set high for this one, y'all. Especially because I was like, I finally want to see them do a Superman movie right, in my eyes. And this is it, y'all. This is everything I wanted in a Superman movie. I can't, I like, it makes you be like, yo, I can't wait for them to expand this to the rest of the universe. I can't wait till they bring Batman in. Can't wait for them to bring so many other characters in. Wonder Woman, all that stuff. Because I'm already loving this world that they've already set up. You know what I'm saying? So, look, I'm going to go ahead and go give this a 9 out of 10. I absolutely loved this film. Will go see it again. If you guys are going to see it, I would say probably go see it in IMAX, but I don't think you got to. But it looks the best in IMAX. It was shot for IMAX. All the action sequences work really well in IMAX. So I would say go see this in IMAX, y'all. So 9 out of 10, one of my favorite movies of the year. I got it right under Sinners right now for me. I ain't gonna lie. I might like Sinners a little bit more, but I absolutely adored this film. Can't wait to go see it again, y'all. So if it's y'all first time finding my channel, hit the subscribe button. Also, the video, tell me your thoughts, complaint, criticism, stuff like that down below. And we will see you guys in the next one, man. Dun, 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 dun.